Hey guys, it's Mel. I am the co-host of the Millennial Podcast with Billy and Mel. I created the Mel's Mindful segments to really show you a glimpse into a lot of my truths and a lot of the inner work that I'm doing personally and professionally to just really honestly get out of my own way. There's so many layers and so much baggage and things that we have to unpack and retrain our brain and really unlearn a lot of the things that our childhood and society and past traumas have really placed there that are holding us back from being who we're really truly destined and meant to be. So I just want everyone to not feel that they're alone. We are in this together and we're ready to millennial on the podcast. And I hope you enjoy the Mel's Mindful segments. Hey guys, it's Mel, and today's Mel's Mindful is going to be talking about purpose, finding our purpose and protecting our purpose. I listened to a great podcast this morning by Jay Shetty, and I just have been learning a lot about my purpose that I've been leaning into for the last couple of months and really trying to find, what this is, my mission and my vision and this calling in life, that I just feel there's something else out there besides some of the things that I'm already doing. And I know that I've said I don't want to sit behind a computer for the rest of my life, and I don't, that I don't know about pursuing some of the things with my business that I've pursued and going into different directions. So I just really want to talk about, what we're really meant to do. And, Jay Shetty talks a little bit about Dharma. It's almost like an unlearning and bringing out what you already have inside of you that we just don't know that's already there. And I know it sounds a little bit woo-woo, as they say, as a lot of you feel with manifesting or doing vision boards, but it's really been very successful to me. And I've been taking a lot of the steps that I would love to share with you this year, in addition to the vision board and goal setting and, doing challenges and really leaning into this purpose. So some things that he spoke about was like lies that we're told, when we're younger, you're nothing, you're not going to make it, you're worthless. Some of this could be from parents, unfortunately. It could be from bullying. It could be from other kids at school. And it's really unfortunate that it really does carry along with us. It just doesn't mean that it has to be said in those actual ways. It could just be the way that we feel about ourselves because of ways that we weren't necessarily loved or, shown as a child. But on the flip side, then we're told you can be anything. And a lot of us know as millennials, we were definitely told that a lot by our parents, but it's not really true either, because it's not really fair. It's not misled. We can't really be anything. Some of us don't have those natural skills or talents or, abilities. And I was just talking to a friend about this, about his mission and vision in life. It's about, helping the underdog, and that he feels that he was once an underdog himself. And that's why he wants to help other people. So I really think that resonated with me in a sense too. I've always said we are here to just do good. And I've really been leaning into this feeling of things that I've done in my past and what has made me really passionate. A lot of the nonprofit events that I did event branding for, but I was doing certain things for trade or for donation or for volunteering. And then I was doing some for work. And I talked a little bit about a different podcast about our job and employment versus deployment. So employment being just working, and then deployment being a deployment of our gifts. I've really been leaning into this lately and wondering why I am feeling a little bit indifferent about some of the past events and things that revolved around money and revolved around different things that I was, chasing money for and needing to get paid for, when inside of me, really, I wanted to just give back. And I wanted to do these things to help and to make a difference, to make an impact and see something grow. And, I think that there's different things with society and social media and things that we, a lot of us are perfectionists and we're comparing ourselves to, other people. And that can lead into a feeling of burnout and feeling lost and feeling stuck. And Jay Shetty says that you can't be anything, but you can be everything you are. And I started to lean into the things that my gifts, my skills, my superpowers. And it's interesting because I've kind of gone all over the place. And, even with leadership Harrisburg area, trying to look at, servant leadership and again, giving back to the community. But I just really was trying to find my way almost in different aspects. And while I was feeling a little lost, I feel that some of it was getting me on the path that I needed to, that I didn't want to do things, or, getting closer little by little. And it's taken time, it's taken years. But, I know that there's a lot of people, I think, that are going through the same thing. And it mentions a little bit about that, we feel that we can't do things or we're stuck, but that it's really just that you're not experienced yet. Like, we didn't have the experience. You're almost underqualified to do the things that you almost feel is your, what you're supposed to do, is because you just haven't gone through enough things to, be the magnet, they say, of your life, to telling you what it's attracting, to you. So you have to almost like allow that space to find that purpose. And then things start to just be attracted to you. I've really been leaning into this, space and energy, that I'm trying to find, clarity on things, and it's starting to come. The more that you put out there that you're looking to receive what your purpose is, I think, you really start to see it, and it's exciting. It's been happening to me. And, when you start to, I guess Jay Shetty was saying about protecting your purpose, which is why I called it this. So when you protect your purpose protects you. And that level, it starts to, I think, really come to you, and an understanding of really what you're meant to do and your mission and your vision here in this world. So, your purpose is really, they say a gem that you have to protect. But the reason I think they were using the term gem also, and that you have to protect it, is because so many people are going to tell you that you can't do this, that your gem has no value, your gem is worthless. And a lot of you can probably relate to this, and people may not just understand what this big vision is and what this feeling and this drive inside of you is, because you don't even understand at the time, and you don't even know, because that's kind of where I was feeling. And I think that you start to describe it, and you almost feel that some people just shoot you down for it. And even your excitement and your energy. I know it happened to me a lot, feeling, it's too much, or you're too loud, or all these things that people will put you down for. But you just know that you have this calling, and people might try to take it away. So I think protecting that and leaning into it is absolutely very important, because there's something inside of all of us that we just haven't seen yet. And we just don't know until we really start to remove a lot of distractions from our life in order to create that space to find it. And, I'm 38 years old, saying I feel like I'm just starting my life. And I just think that I was chasing a lot of things, especially different jobs. And I was trying to figure it out along the way. So I don't think that it was necessarily a bad thing. I think I had to do that in order to, again, maneuver what is right and wrong for me, but and learn, and skills, and relationships and whatnot. But I do think that some of the things that weren't for me, I feel absolutely were not serving me, that I either removed or they removed themselves from my life. And I think that we find that instead of beating ourselves up, or, you lose relationships, friendships get broken up, or relationships end, you get fired, you leave jobs, you lose accounts, it wasn't meant for you. So, let that sink in. It wasn't meant for you. You're meant for greater than that. And there's always something to learn from those opportunities and those experiences and those lessons. And until you really start to look at what are the lessons, what are the skills, what are the experiences that we needed to learn from those, being around those people or those jobs, that's leading us into our purpose. And it's also helping us unpack a lot of trauma and triggers and past things in our lives that are also holding us back from our purpose. And I have really done a lot of work on this. I'm really proud of myself, and I know the people that I'm talking to about it are very helpful in the support for me. But I think it goes back to who we really are deep down, digging deep into who we want to be, what we want to be remembered for, and our legacy, and our character. And one of the really important things too is to somewhat look back. Some of the podcasts I listen to is about looking back at your inner child, and the innocence of what we were, and that little girl. And I pulled my high school yearbook out that actually I designed, by the way, give myself a little shout out. But my quote, and it's so funny because I go back about this purpose. I say, we're all here to do good. I say that all the time. I've said that for my whole adult life. When people are struggling and we're in situations and I just feel people have really ill intentions and bad intentions, and I've been burned and things that I've done, I always just say, just do good, be good. And we're all just here, to help one another and do good. And that's our purpose. And I will tell you, it's going to be part of my purpose. I'll give you a little hint, but there's some really big things that are coming because I'm leaning into this. So the quote that I had in my high school yearbook: the true measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. And you might have heard that about character, defining character. But it's really interesting that I put that at 18 years old as a high school senior. The measure of a man is how he treats someone who can do him absolutely no good. And it's really what the podcasts have been saying as well, that I'm listening to in some of the books, is just about giving back, doing things that aren't for money, for a job, for our ego, for recognition. And I have struggled with this. Some of some of the clients and jobs and events and things that I've done that, I didn't feel I got to see through, or I just had to flip the script, that I planted the seed, or that I was the initial catalyst to get it going. We have to really look at the purpose that we were there, and the purpose of why we were brought into other people's lives and why people were brought into our lives. And I've really been focusing on that purpose. I just, I really wanted to share this, and it takes time. It takes clearing distractions, slowing down your brain, your schedule, not chasing things. Obviously, we all know if we chase somebody, they usually run further away, and it causes a lot of problems. But it's also with money. It's also with jobs and opportunities. When you find that you stop chasing, things start coming to you. I just started getting, in the last couple of weeks, some really great opportunities that are coming. And I'm also asking, is this an opportunity or a distraction? Is this something that I have to say, no, wait, this isn't going to serve me. This is a test. If I'm really on point to do the things that I want to do. And you're not going to be able to do that with clarity and without that space in your mind and your brain and the energy. So I just, I pray, I ask God to reveal things to me. And, that one of them has been my purpose significantly, and talking about it with other friends and support systems a lot, so that you can really lean into this. Because then once you start to do that, you can start to make a plan. And you can take your purpose and you can make a plan, and you can start to take action on that plan. And I just really think that looking back, a lot of things have just really been making sense to me, that I have felt a certain way about myself, about my purpose, about my mission. But we just get off course sometimes, and we just need to get back on that course that we are all meant here to do something. And, I'm really excited to explore this more with you guys. And I just wanted to share this, leaning into your purpose. And if you want to listen to some of the podcasts that I do, please message me. I'm happy to share them. But let's have a great week and just really lean into this purpose, everybody.